Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck Spotlight. It is still Boomsday, and we are here with FluxFlashor's Warlock. This is a great example of the current generation of Warlocks. Previously in Witchwood we saw the innovation that was the Heal Warlock, which was a lot of Light Warden and Happy Ghoul synergies, using these to either create a big snowbally threat, or in order to get some early game tempo advantage by dealing damage to ourselves with Flame Imps and Kobold Librarians, healing ourselves up with a Voodoo Doctor or a Fungal Enchanter or something like this, and then we can start dropping free 3/3s on board, which is very good and propelled Warlock to being one of the, I guess, premier decks of the Witchwood format. What we have here is the latest evolution of that, which plays a little bit more of a wide board game, mostly due to the introduction of Soul Infusion, which is a 1-mana spell. Give the leftmost minion in your hand +2/+2. The reason this is so good is because it goes great with Saronite Chaingang, a card that we were already playing in the deck because of its fantastic synergies with Prince Keleseth, but it also goes well with the brand new card Doubling Imp, which is a 3-mana 2/2, Battlecry summon a copy of this minion, so same as Chaingang. A little bit less stats, no taunt, but if we can get a +2/+2 on this, maybe even a +3/+3 with a Keleseth, all of a sudden it's a 3-mana, 8 power, 10 power play, which is absolutely huge. Other new things to come from the latest expansion is Solarium, the Warlock legendary spell. 1 mana, draw 3 cards, at the end of your turn, discard them. This is a fantastic card to give us a lot of reach in that late game, which is something that, particularly with when things switched over to this Heal Zoo deck, and people started cutting Doom Guards and these kinds of things, Solarium gives us the ability to draw into a bunch more gas in that, say turn 6, 7, 8, hopefully play 1, 2, maybe even all 3 of these cards, or have the cards be irrelevant, things like Soulfire, discarding a card that we're going to discard anyway. But yeah, lets us draw into the aforementioned Soulfires, the Leroys, even Fungalmancers, these types of cards that give us immediate damage on board, and hopefully we can use those to kill our opponent, to kind of give us an extra turn of relevancy, if that makes sense. The other new card in here from Boomsday is Giggling Inventor. So kind of taking the place of where a Dreadlord would be. I think Giggling Inventor has proven itself already to be one of the best cards, best neutral cards as well from Boomsday. Just gives you so much presence on board, makes things incredibly hard for your opponent to attack into, particularly if we have those more brittle threats, things like Light Wardens that we want to take care of. And also combines extremely well with our other 5-drop of choice, which is Fungalmancer, which goes very well, of course, with all of these cards that make 2 minions. Anyway, we're going to jump into some games, see how well we do. We're going to keep an eye on how good this Giggling Inventor is. And the other thing I want to keep an eye out for is just how good the healing package is. I've really wanted to experiment with maybe cutting the healing package, going back to basics a little bit with these Warlocks. So we'll keep an eye out on that and see how we go.
Valera!
Alright, Rogue.
Your soul shall be mine!
So I've talked about before, when we've played these kinds of decks, that the mulligan is really goofy, because we've kind of got some competing aspects of the deck. Before it was just you want to hit Keleseth every game, but you also want to try and hit your nut draws, which is cards like Flame Imp with a healing effect with a bunch of Happy Ghouls. That's a really good start for us. But obviously, if we want a full mull for Keleseth, we can't keep any cards for the other strategy, and now we've got even more complexity in there with our Soul Infusions as well. We've got to be paying attention to where cards are in our hands.
None will survive.
So it makes things pretty tough. Odd Rogue is a bit of a...
I greet you.
This can be a tough matchup. I think it's often decided on if we hit our Keleseth or not. Hmm. Do we get these doubling imps out there? Just to have some board presence? Problem is we don't have a follow-up 3. It's really risky if our opponent has Vicious Fledgling next turn.
Almost out of time.
I guess worst case scenario we can just drop the Happy Ghoul next turn, and that's not terrible. If our opponent has like a Hench Clan Thug or something. Cold Blood. Okay. So this does clear our board. Or not. The good thing is this Chain Gang will be Chain Gang will be excellent against this if it keeps trying to go face. And even the Giggling Inventor after that. This is a very very awkward draw. We've drawn most of, other than Leroy, we've drawn all of our highest cost cards.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
Get rid of this damage. There's a lot of stuff that could go wrong if we don't try and deal with this soon. The opponent hasn't played any deadly poisons, any vile spines. Probably a deadly poison, but we do have to trade. So we could have got extra damage in there, but I think not exposing ourselves to the worst case scenario is definitely a good thing. Now get this big board out there. Hopefully this will allow us to sneak a Fungal Mancer in. Also very good against this deadly poison.
Who goes there?
Okay, cool. So we get a Fungal Mancer and we get a really nice trade here where we get to kill the bird. And the thug. Ooh, I'd really love to hit some Shroom Brewers. That nice 4/4 body is really relevant in this matchup, and that 4 healing is going to be huge. We've really got to try and duck our opponent's Leroy. So they're 2 Cold Bloods down. Oh, there's the Vile spot. But they're trading. Oh my gosh. This is I think this is a pretty good get for us.
Truth is found in death.
I'm gonna go for go for Fungal in the trade. Was tempting to just go for like Voidwalker and a couple of these, but wasn't feeling it. We're gonna attack out Kaliseth.
This guy's toast.
Okay. So 2 deadly poisons. That's a good one. Ooh. Do we go Shroom Brewer Voidwalker or Doubling Imp Shroom Brewer? If they have Leroy, this is 7, so we wouldn't die.
I wonder.
13. Alright. We're going to go for the play that will hopefully help us turn the corner a bit quicker, but does leave our shields down for this turn. Our opponent could very easily have quite a lot of damage.
Ha! This guy's toast.
Mushroom
Okay, fun. Still trading though. Really? Leaving themselves dead to Soulfire. Dead to a lot of things. If we tap here, how many draws kill them? 1, 2, 3. Solarium's a good draw as well.
Possibilities.
I think we might just try to stay as healthy as possible though. So let's... And we won't tap. I think we can do it with just this. Not that I can think of many one-card interactions that deal 10, but don't deal 12. Like if they have Leroy, like Leroy Dagger is still only 8. So yeah, I think maybe we could have fit a tap in there and tapped first, maybe hit a better option. Or potentially like another Void Walker, Fungal Enchanter, stuff like that. But you can kind of see, like, with the Keleseth buffed, doubling it and things are so good. I think our opponent has Alt F forward here. But that's okay. Oh, we would have drawn the Soulfire as well. We'll put our opponent in the drain. Just for good measure. Good on them for Alt F4. GG's indeed. That was a good game. I think that shows off a little bit of the matchup as well. But hopefully we'll have some good luck in the next one too.
Gul'dan versus Garrosh.
Warrior. Been seeing a lot of different flavors of Warrior around lately.
Your soul shall be mine.
So here's another thing with that with the mulligan, right? So we definitely don't want Soulfire. Do we want to keep a Happy Ghoul without an Enabler in hand? Probably not. But then we have to ask ourselves, is Void Walker our best 1-drop? Are we better off trying to mulligan for a better 1-drop, but also give ourselves an extra chance to hit Keleseth? In terms of the better 1-drops, we have 2 Flame Imps, 2 Kobold Librarians, 2 Light Wardens. So that's 6. Then we have Void Walkers as being the exact same. So I think I'm gonna be a bit aggressive here, and I'm going to try and mulligan for a better 1-drop. That's okay. We still hit the Void Walker, so our hand hasn't gotten any worse. It hasn't gotten any better. The Solarium here this could be a good matchup for it. Ooh, or not. Or not. There is a lot of different rush kind of warriors going around. There's the full-on rush warriors, which we played a little bit of last expansion, but I think a lot of the ones we've been seeing are more kind of combination focused, or they're boom ship variants.
Stop copying me! Stop copying
So they play a lot of like these town cries to get all the rabid worgons, the low drop minions out of the deck, and they've got a lot of big boomy boys to drop off at the pool. What does the rush mechanic do? So rush is a lot like charge. It lets you attack immediately. However, you can only attack. Oh, it's mech. You can only attack minions, so it's a lot fairer. Like they could not print a 3/3 for 3 with rush, but they sure as heck can print a one with. They couldn't print a 3/3 with charge, but they could print one with rush.
It's playtime.
Very anemic play there, but gets us on board and might give us a bit of room to tap up. Fuck, jeez, we didn't want to cop that one. Next turn. Interesting.
Again!
In the light's name.
Someone call for the doctor.
I'll get right.
Would you class Rush as a primarily aggressive or defensive mech? Oh, the specific Skater Boy mech? I think he's more utility. Like, there are definitely going to be situations where you need Rush to stop your opponent's board, but there's also just times where you need Rush to trade better than your opponent.
So many possibilities.
This card is really scary with Dr. Boom. I kind of want to drop this on the chain gang. A pity we were. If we had 8 mana, I would have considered trying to drop the Leroy, do some kind of like shenanigans with the Fungal Enchanter, get some big healies.
So many possibilities. Truth is found in death. How long can this go on?
We can go around here. Worst case scenario, they have Zilliax and we just die. This deck is not playing any silencers, something that we didn't point out in the initial introduction. Oh no, giving people free advertising. We best not do that.
My power over you.
Oh, Ashmore! This is the first time I've seen this card played. I think it was a lot of people picked this card to be one of the sickest from Witchwood. a lot of those Curator vibes. If any of you got to play with Curator. We definitely need to kill both of these mechs now, because highly likely that they've just gotten a Ziliax out of their deck. And Ziliax really helps our opponent turn the corner, because it gives lifesteal. Curator was gas. Curator was so sick. Alright, so we're trying to set up a turn where we can Fungal Enchanter, get this Happy Ghoul down, Soul Infusion, Saronite Chain Gang. I guess they're always going to get the heal off the Ziliax, but best we can do is try to minimize it. Oh, this is cool. This is like a real interesting mix of mech and rush. Shroom Brewer.
It's playtime.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
Unfortunately, this Crowley is going to be huge. See if they've got some silencers or something for these Tauntos. That was a sick turn. Yeah, unfortunately, it kind of cost us though. Like there was a massive opportunity cost in the last like 3 or 4 turns of us having that Leroy Soul Infusion thing. We did so many things. How can they win? Well, if they do still have the Ziliax, just like the Ziliax gives rush as well. So if they just have mech Ziliax, I think we lose this game. But they may have some more buffs for this Darius. Got Leroy as well. Could have a Mortal Strike for our face.
Precision.
There's the boy. Oh, do you want to go face? Well, this is what, 11? More options, more options.
In the light's name.
Again!
Get that triggerino. Alright. We're in there. Still in there. Ziliax is gone as well. It's a real big deal. Ooh. Okay, they don't have Boom though, so whatever they get here, they could have a Dynamatic with like a good split could be good.
I wonder.
Even just anything plus Skaterbot, that could also be pretty sick. don't have too much left in our deck. Only the one Fungal Mance is pretty good.
What now?
Even the Shroom Brewer get us out of a really dangerous range. 5/6 with Taunt.
I must choose.
Got a Skater bot? Oh my gosh, that'll be sick. No. No see you later bot. Oh, we can't play this anymore. Do we Fungal Mance aggressively or defensively? Defensively is getting the buff on the Voidwalker. Offensively is getting it over here, so that we don't have to trade with the Stegodon. Don't think it's lethal.
So many.
I think we'll go for the aggressive line. If we had buffed over here, then we'd have to trade this Happy Ghoul. At 3, are we winning on defensive lines? Let's think of the cards that deal 3. Like ways that they can deal 3. It's like Leroy's, Mortal Strikes, but they're probably not playing them. Grom's a pretty big one. It's more like I guess we have to be thinking of cards that can kill a 4/6 Voidwalker that can't kill a 2/4, or the other way around rather. Grom is one of them. They can't attack into this, but I can't think of a line that involves Grom that is not good. I think they are pretty dead.
Mushroom.
Ooh, wow, we really grinded through that one. That was a really interesting match. I think seeing the opportunity cost of Soul Infusion is really important there. We shouldn't take a lot of positive things from that, and we should really view it as a negative. Like, wow, that really hampered our progress, regardless of what the end result of the match was. So a great game, great game to show off the cards, show off the new stuff, those new interactions.
Watch your back.
Your soul shall be mine.
So we kind of had the same mulligan as last time, except this time there's no enablers or anything to send back. And given that we're sending back 4, I'm happy to throw this Voidwalker back. A real big proponent of trying to make sure we hit those Keleseth every game. Just like that. Hopefully it's not Odd Rogue.
None will survive.
Play tight, get rewarded. Yeah, this one's going to be tough though. This one is going to be real tough. As much as I did say, like, Keleseth is really important in this matchup, I think that Zoo is gains quite a lot of percent once they resolve Keleseth. This draw is a little suboptimal.
In the light's name.
Someone call for the
But we do have a lot of good draws. Hopefully, once again, they don't have the fledgling here. I think that'll really put us in the dirt. It's not a fledgling. Redagger? Oh, Flame Elemental, what are you doing? Cold Blood. Okay. I can get behind this Cold Blood. I think that's another way to really crush this matchup is with is by getting an early Cold Blood on a reasonably resilient minion, because you can rely on most Zulocks only having Soulfire,
The light protects me.
possibly Leroy, as a way to immediately get on board. Yes, I really like this big body Shroom Brewer. I think that's kind of one of the reasons that the archetype started moving in this direction, is because these bodies can really force something grand out of the opponent. Alright, let's see if they have something equally devastating this turn. We could have Soul Infusioned to get a bigger Fungal Enchanter instead of playing this Flame Imp, but we're getting into the territory of Vile Spines and things like that, so I think stacking more onto one minion is probably going to lead us down more negative paths than positive ones. This pig is just a little bit out of hand. Such a good board. No. Leroy, you betrayed me. What could we draw that's even remotely good?
Why do you fall?
Stop copying me!
This Leroy has been blocking our Soul Infusions all game. And the last one as well. But maybe we'll get the sneaky last 9 damage in.
I wonder.
Opponent overextends a little bit, does the math, doesn't factor in the Keleseth damage. Oh my gosh. Is our opponent going to go full face? Is our opponent going to unhinge their jaw? Just prepare for the devouring. There they go. Okay. What is this? 4 plus 9, 13. Not good enough. Well, if we had one more mana, we might be able to do it. Fortunately, we don't. So what's our best line?
So many possibilities.
I think our best line is just to concede.
Let's do this.
Give our opponent the well played. Excellent work there. They really punished our draw quite well. Had the pressure when they needed it. Alright, mate, come on.
You win this
Come
time.
on. Come on. So good that we got to see both sides of that matchup play out. We'll take a look at the deck. Honestly, I don't think there's too much to say about the list. It's already got great numbers up. There's a lot of consistency behind this. Is performing well, over 50% win rate. If you're looking for a nice ladder deck, this is probably one to at least consider. It's quick, which is one of the most important parts. It does have some new cards, so you might be out on some dust. But I think there's a lot of variants and variations we can put in here. One thing I would like to do is maybe try and find some room for at least one silence, one spellbreaker in here. I don't know what we'd have to cut. It could be a 1-drop. It could be one of the Shroom Brewers or Fungal Enchanters or something like that. It does feel like we at least want a little bit of an out there. And considering we have the Solarium, and as you can see in a lot of those games, we do draw through a big portion of our deck, we can pretty reliably have a Spellbreaker ready to go when we need it in those matchups. So if we start seeing more of that, like that warrior deck with a lot of mech kind of stuff in there, even against the rogues, even against the rogues, I think the Spellbreaker would have been fine to like get rid of Fungalmancer buffs, or maybe, you know, remove a taunt or something like that. So great deck. Big ups to FluxFlashor doing all the good work over on Hearthstone. If you are watching this video on YouTube, all the links are down in the description, including a link over to Hearthstone. You can go check out the deck on there. The deck code is also down there if you want to just quickly copy that, give it a go yourself, let me know how you go. And all my personal links are down there, including a link over to Twitter, which is the best place to catch me. If you've got a sweet deck you want me to check out, fire it through to me over there. But until next time, I bid you adieu, and please stay wavy. Bye.